Oh,
Before
cool.
we get
Check
off
them
the
out.
Megadeth thing, I do want to
One.
welcome. Thank you for downloading episode 322 of Suplex City Limits, recorded live on YouTube, June 12th, 2021. Puff Puff Pass, it's your boy, the King of Bong Style, Jim Vicious, and he's the Canadian Bacon Destroyer, my co-host.
My name is Tyler Fudge. I am very stoned right now. Uh, took a little too much, but hey, guys, we'll be okay. How are you, Jim?
I love that we have 40 minutes of tech problems and just like start and stop, just all this fuckery. We're just like, no, just start over. Fuck you. That shit didn't even happen.
Nope, not a thing. Not a thing. We're like the WWE. That shit didn't happen, bro.
Yeah, well, Suplex City Limits available for listening where fine podcasts are found. Follow me on Twitter at Suplex City Limit. Follow Tyler at The Federation. If you dig the show, consider supporting it by picking up a t-shirt at Pro Wrestling Tees. You can also donate on Patreon, become a producer. Like Long Dick Motherfuckers, Justin Robert Daly, Evil Evan, B-Rad Brad, The Rice-A-Roni Chabroni Tyloni, C Money, Lucas Gucci Balducci, Plain Vanilla Martin Corn, Smack It Down podcast, which I don't know, they're kind of on limbo. He's gonna have a baby. Jay Silver's gonna have a baby.
Yeah, pretty. I'd say pretty soon too, eh? Like,
Yeah.
I think we're getting there.
Caleb, you should see the size of his Morganfield. I did not hear much feedback about my idea from last week, where it's the movie Cloverfield, but it's called Morganfield, and it's his dick. That's the monster.
Maybe he doesn't want to unleash that monster onto the world.
It's like all the scenes of that movie of people like, oh my god, you know, fucking British dude's dick.
When they're hit on the bridge, and it's just a big dick that just slams onto the ground next to him.
Uncut, possibly, because they cut dicks over there.
I mean, like,
You know?
I don't know.
That's a question for the UK people. Do they circumcise dicks over there?
Do they mutilate your manhood before you get a chance to?
How did we get into this, Lardy? I'm sorry.
It's the
Not
technical
having
difficulties.
kids. I always said, like, you know, women are way more apt to suck a dick that's cut. So why not give your son every chance, you know, in life to get blowjob?
I have never heard a girl say that I would never suck an I've never heard a girl say I would never suck in circumcised dick. So, yeah, you're right.
Sorry, kick-ass Keith Martin. He was still left to do the show. Sorry, dude. Sorry we went on that tangent before that. This week on the show,
Just
40
one
minutes late.
left. It's even
What's that?
better. It's even better that it's just one name left.
Yeah. This week on the show, we've baked, and technical problems and baked. So here we are. We kick this motherfucker off as we do every week with this week's SCL Top 3.
Suplex City Limits Top 3.
Suplex City Limits Top 3, our top 3 matches of the week. Send it on over to Mr. Tyler Fudge.
Mr. Tyler Fudge has new top 3 graphics here, as you may be able to see. Number 3.
Yeah.
Number 3 on our show would be, I believe it's the... We never actually discussed the actual order of it.
It's the AEW match.
Yeah, so it's the 6-man... I don't know why I've got that there. That's not the match. Fucking hell. Either way. It's that match. The Young Bucks and Brandon Cutler taking on Pac, Penta, and Eddie Kingston. I thought the match was absolutely fantastic.
Oh, there you go. Look, yeah, dude. Moving on up in the world. Look at
I
that.
know,
All
right? We're going somewhere.
to the top of the wrestling podcasting charts.
Yeah, boy. But anyways, this match I thought was so fun. To me, should have been the main event, in my opinion. But hey,
Yeah, dude, the Bucks get their shit in, dude. They get their shit in early, and then they fuck off. That's how it goes.
especially
There's no way they're gonna be at the end of it's like midnight or whatever the fuck it is.
exactly. No, it's very true, very true. And you know what, man? So it should be, in my opinion. Your stars of the show should be front and center when everybody's going to see them, and you shouldn't have to punish your listening audience to stick around till midnight if they got other things to do. So they just let them get it over with. If you're going to go away, at least you've seen what you came to see.
I guess I don't give a fuck about that main event they actually had, but
No, me neither. I don't know how a picture of Will Hobbs ended up in there.
I didn't like in the beginning. There was a lot of like really, I don't know, dude. The way Matt sells, he sells like one of the bad guys in Home Alone or something. You know what I'm saying?
Marv.
I mean, it's like over the fucking top. Yeah, exactly.
Well, but at the same time, Nick is doing the same thing, but I think Nick is doing it much better. I think Nick is fantastic since becoming a heel. I like his mannerisms. I like his shitty little haircut or hair color, his beard. I like it all. I think it all works. But Matt does go over the top a little too much, I feel.
Ended up being fun though with when the Bucks are accidentally beating up on Cutler. That's good. But the end, they had this like huge sequence where Matt lays there forever. While Pac sits on the top rope. I mean, it was like it was forever.
It was a long time. It's right there. It's literally on the screen right now.
There you go. It just went on. So there was that, but it was fun. I enjoyed the match. You know, Pac pins Cutler as you'd expect. So
Yeah,
good.
yeah. And you know what? I like Cutler in this match. I like Cutler in this new role as this fed to the wolves guy for the Young Bucks. You know what I mean? It's like I like it. He's giving them the cold spray even though he's in the match himself. It's beautiful stuff.
Can we pay to get Kingston a song? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what, like a old fucking Wu-Tang Clan song or
Something
You know what I'm
other than
saying?
what he's got.
Yeah, dude, still got like generic rock number 4 or something.
yeah. Just something Ruckus has had that he made when he was 16 or something.
I don't know. A lot of shit for one guy, man. Does he have help doing that?
You'd think he's going to need it coming down if he doesn't have it already. You know,
I'm impressed with what the dude does. It's just a lot to do. You know?
at some point in time, the creativity's got to wane, right? Like, you'd think.
Where are those CFO motherfuckers? Like, what are they doing? They don't do shit for WWE anymore.
No, they don't.
They did a pretty kick-ass job.
I thought that they brought some of the best music that the WWE's had in years.
I think it might be the best.
Yeah.
Those other songs, I don't know. You know, those like the Austin song you think is awesome, and then like when you actually hear it, it sounds like it's made on like a Casio keyboard. Bam, 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 bam. Sounds like it's like Sega Genesis music or something.
And it doesn't change. You know what I mean? It's the same riff basically over and over and over again.
Did my shit cut out?
No?
My shit cut out.
No, you didn't. You're still here.
It was working so good.
I guess you're not here, but you are here. Anyways, while Jim is figuring
again.
this. Well, I don't know what to say. I can hear you the whole time.
You heard me that whole time?
Yeah, that whole time.
That could be scary. I think it's frozen, and I'm like, I don't know what I would say.
But yeah, anyways, no, The match was good. It's well worth a top 3. There were 2 matches this week that completely usurped it, though. Shall we move on to number 2?
Number 2.
Number 2 is Kota Ibushi taking on Jeff Cobb. And most people will know this match from Jeff Cobb just throwing Ibushi like he's a piece of pizza. He's just tossing him in the air, just getting ready to pop him in the oven. Jeff Cobb's a monster. It's fantastic. And Ibushi
Japan is where he should be.
Yeah, definitely. He belongs in Japan. Definitely. As much as I wanted to see more of him in the inner circle.
Could you believe that the WWE passed on Cobb? Like, they saw that dude and passed on him?
It's a wild thought. It really is. It really is a wild thought. But they passed on a lot of people that, it's criminally underrated. Like, look at AJ Styles. How long AJ Styles was in TNA?
Yeah.
Right? Come on.
Yeah. They passed on Jade Cargill, too. So it's just really weird. Like, Jade Cargill, even if she had 0, I think she had 0 coming in, they hire people with 0 all the time. Like,
they hire people less.
If she was white, would you think they would? And the same build, like beautiful face, super built, tall like she is, but white. Do you think she gets signed?
That's a slippery slope.
I bet she does.
It's possible.
I bet she does. Remember they're going to bring in Willie Mack, and there was like a little bit of issue with his stuff, and they had hired in some other black. Who else was it at the time? Like, that's what Willie Mack says. He's like, they hired a guy,
Swan,
who was me, but in better shape. Might have been
Swann.
Apollo Crews.
Maybe Rich Swann. Maybe Willie Mack.
And then they didn't need him anymore. They're like, we're good.
Yeah. It's definitely like watching a Token on South Park.
Dude, how could you? I don't think Jade Cargill's great or anything, but I mean, like, the look, she's a fucking Amazonian super muscle chick, but hot. Like, you never see that.
Yeah,
you never see a beautiful one of those.
You've said it best, Jim. And everybody, because like anybody that I know watches it, I'll bring it up, and I'll say that she looks like Lisa Turtle with abs. Completely stealing your thunder, right?
Yeah.
Because like it's spot on. It really is.
Anyway, I just don't see how you miss on people like that. Cobb is fucking awesome. He had to lose here, but that's fine. I thought it was awesome, man. And Cobb rules, and him with Ibushi is just very good.
It's a great match. Yeah, it really is. So, number 1.
Number 1.
Number 1 is Okada versus Takagi for the IWGP World Championship. I don't even know what it's called anymore. Is it the World Heavyweight Championship? Is it just
I think I saw somewhere who the fuck was it? The head guy or someone was showing regret for doing that. With the belt.
You got to think that they are, because even Okada's cutting promos talking about how stupid it is, how stupid that idea was. You know what I mean? So,
can we work in a story now that like we'll get the old belt back and fuck this new belt?
I really hope so.
That would, because it's been cursed anyway. Ibushi is the first champion of it, holds it for like a fucking afternoon, and then Ospreay gets it and fucking has to give it up. And
now Takagi has it, which shocked me. I did not expect that at all. Like, as big of a Takagi fan as I am, it's not what I expected to happen, because I just figured, New Japan is New Japan. They're very loyal to their people that has been there from their beginnings of their career, and they very much don't give somebody a chance that is an outsider, like Ishii or just guys of that ilk. Is not very often do they get pushed. I didn't expect it, especially going up against Okada, but man, when I woke up that morning, it was completely ruined for me, but like I don't care. It was going to get ruined for me anyways, but I just woke up to B-Rad Brad just being like, I don't know, Takagi won. It's like, holy fuck. Fucking hey.
Well, we've wanted it for a long time. We've willed it into existence, I think.
I think so. It's a shame that us willing it into existence caused Ibushi and Ospreay to get injured, though.
Well, I didn't want, obviously didn't want that.
No.
But yeah, it's cool. I was like, fuck yeah, they're gonna go with it. And it's fun for a while. I think Okada would have been just very meh. Like back to Okada.
I
Like I
agree.
need a a big fucking thing for Okada to just be the champion again.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you've got to build some, redemption story, or he falls way off, or I need like something, man.
I agree. I agree. Okada has been champion for so long over the last, let's say 8 years. It's been mainly Okada as champion. And
Yeah.
there's not really another story to tell right now with Okada.
I mean, that's like for the fans of that. I was going to say the hardcore fans, which is everybody who's a fan of that company. It's like we're gonna need something to get into that, and
Yeah.
want to fucking go along for the Okada shit. So yeah, I think it's cool, and they can figure out what the hell's going on, and hopefully we can open the world up, and we can get some like people over there, and from AEW. I don't know. There's just a limited group of people.
It is a very limited group of people, and it's starting to show. You know what I mean? It's like that's the sole reason why Takagi's the champion, because there's nobody else really to do it. You could give it to Okada, but then it's just treading water. You don't need to give it to Okada right now. It's
The
New
other one,
Japan's
dude, our EGE, we've been pining for that forever. Maybe that'll happen too.
at least give us the match. You know what I mean? Takagi versus Ishii. At least give it to us so we can
For
see
the
it.
IWGP title.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I don't even have to flip it to Ishii.
No,
Although that would be just like complete fan service. Fucking 2021, the year of fan service.
right. It really would be. It really would be. But no, it would be my match of the year, 100%.
Yeah. So there you go. That's this week's top 3. Moving on from here, just some of the stuff that's happened in wrestling this week. Did you? Well, you didn't. I saw the clip. They did a thing where Shayna Baszler saw the doll or
I
whatever
did.
the fuck
I watched
in
I
the
watched
mirror,
YouTube. It's fucking
Hulk
retarded.
Hogan Warrior style.
Oh,
The thing that every wrestling fan remembers as one of the worst things in pro wrestling. Even TNA did it, I don't remember who the women were. Maybe you do.
I don't remember. I don't remember at all.
You
Probably
don't remember that ever
Probably
happened?
Awesome Kong or something. Or
Yeah, I was like, maybe there's a chick named Winter or something.
oh, Winter when she was drugging Angelina Love. Yes.
Yeah. Angelina Love looks in the mirror and then she like appears behind her. But that's the thing. It's like all the stupidity of that everyone said about both of those the whole time was still present here. We see her too. So are we fucking crazy also? Like, what's happening over there? Who's like, well, we'll just do that thing.
Yeah,
It's one of the worst things ever, dude. It's like when they did that the fucking Black Drool shit, the Papa Shango thing. All it did was make Papa Shango trend. And everybody go like, fucking Papa Shango was way cooler than we remember. Like, they're like, actually, WWE dropped the ball on Papa Shango. That could have been fucking cool.
Yeah. And like Evil
The
Evan
only
said,
guy it got over was fucking Godfather. Who was just like, fuck yeah, dude. Got Papa Shango shirts for sale on PWTs, bitch.
yeah, he did become one of the top sellers for that week or something, didn't he?
I don't know. I wouldn't.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's crazy, man.
It is.
Who's doing these things?
I don't. Somebody obviously has a hard on for horror movies there, and hey, we have a horror movie show on our fucking channel, right? So obviously we love horror movies too. It's my favorite genre of movie is a horror movie. Now, mind you, there's not a lot of good horror movies that are out now, and that's probably why this is all shit, because you got these guys that are probably watching mainstream horror movies from today and just like, oh, that looks like it's scary, let's put it in wrestling. And it's like, you got to do something special with horror to get it to work in wrestling. Like you can't just.
It's not only that it's with wrestling; it's with the very worst version of pro wrestling.
Well, yeah, that's definitely a knock to it for sure. But like, you can't just
Or
all
pro
of a sudden.
wrestling could be something.
What?
You know, like a little more serious Hollywood style of
Blackcraft.
what the heck is it? I
Blackcraft.
guess I haven't really watched much of that.
Like to me is like you can't just have like this world that's built on realism. You know what I mean? Like we live in the real world. You know, WWE is like a wrestling reality TV show. And then all of a sudden there's zombies, and then there's this fucking fiend dude that changed. You know, it's just, it doesn't make sense. Lucha Underground had you in this world where all this stuff had a reasoning for happening.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't work that way.
And it's cool because like the powers in Lucha, it's like if people take shots, it's like a drinking game. Like you take a drink every time Jim fucking comes about Lucha Underground.
Yeah,
But it's like superpowers, you know, motherfucker could like fly and all that shit and breathe fire and all this. But in the idea the tournament has rules and you can't use that kind of shit in the fucking match, you know?
yeah,
So why could you do monsters and shit? You know?
yeah. It's
Or would it just be like a kaiju big battle?
well, like you did have monsters though. You know, Matanza was a dead guy, came back to life.
I mean,
Right? Or
Yeah,
no,
but
no,
I'm
no,
saying-
not Matanza. Mil Muertes. Matanza was just you know, Bart's evil brother. You.
there might have been a dead version of him too, actually.
It might have been. Might have been.
There was a dead Matanza. Anyway, I'm sorry. But it marked it off the SCL bingo card.
Somebody yell bingo in the chat when you're ready.
Someone's like, dude, I'm close to bingo. All I need is a racist fucking voice act from Jim. We're fucking bango.
Yeah, because we've already had the bong rips. We've had
Already
the
had
technical
the talked
difficulties.
about dicks.
Yeah, yeah. So, somebody's bingo card is getting full.
The only thing left out there, is like a racist fucking impression, or I don't even know what. Anyway,
Fucking lovely.
so that's pretty funny. Also, they are making Jackson Riker a babyface. Shit, you know.
Oh yeah, I know they've cut his hair, which is nice, but like, yeah, there you go. Tyler
Between him
screws
and
up
Elias,
geography. Sorry.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, dude.
Yeah. You might win bingo. You might win bingo, Evil Evan.
SCL bingo.
That's what we should start doing. You know, we should just send bingo cards out to every people in the chat, make it more interactive.
Yeah, Jackson Riker. That's so funny, man. That's no one buys that. No one is ever gonna buy that. Like, I can't wait actually for them to have people in buildings. If people still go to these things, which, like, I don't know who you are who's gonna go see. Like, I'm gonna go see WWE right now. Like, if you want to be around people and experience shows, like, dude, I get that. But a WWE show, it's like, dude, this shit has been so fucking awful. I can't believe anyone, literally anyone, watches. Well, except for like touched people and stuff. But...
You know what though? I don't know if I'll alienate anybody that could be watching right now, but it's like watching, you know, people watch Big Bang Theory. You know what I mean? Like, you take the laugh track away from the Big Bang Theory, and that is the worst show in the fucking world.
I watched a few episodes of it, and I like, don't fucking get it. Like,
It's
so
not
like,
funny.
oh, it's the end of it. An 11-year run. I was like, that's a really long run for a show that was like never funny one time.
No, yeah, and so like you've got millions of people watch Big Bang Theory week after week.
Do you're saying it like you think? Oh, like you think less of people who liked it. I mean, is that though? Are you all in on that or what?
Yeah, like like I don't think less of them. Their opinion on that matter means less to me.
Yeah,
'Cause,
the other day
you know what I mean?
I'm out with Mrs. Vicious, and she's like, "Can we go to the fucking dollar store? I want to get some paper towels." And I tried to explain briefly, you know, that like you go there and get paper towels, you're getting like awful. You're getting $1 worth of paper towels.
Yeah.
Go to the store and buy paper towels, and they're gonna be, you know what I'm saying? There's gonna be more of them. They're gonna be better. They're gonna be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this, but we've been together for like 6 years, so I do that for about 5 seconds before I'm just like, it's just easier to fucking take her over there. So I take her over, and she goes in there, and I'm just like watching the fucking people around here and thinking like, it's the number one business in our country right now is dollar stores.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're expanding and shit. They're doing so fucking well, which is a real cool indictment of our economy and economic fucking situation. And she comes out, and I'm like, fuck, I hate coming here. The people here, and she's like, do you think you're better than these people? I'm like, 1,000% yes. Yes, I am fucking better than every single one of these people.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. That's fucking
I'm
hilarious.
insulted that I even have to fucking sit outside while you go in there.
I am embarrassed that people see me sat in this fucking parking lot.
Dude, you know me, like I'm a fat fuck, right? But there's this car next to me, and there's this bitch in there. She's like the size of Gilbert Grape's mom. Like I don't even know how she got this chick in this vehicle. It's unfucking believable. And like people missing arms and people like fucking pushing carts of bottles and shit. Like this is fucking.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's wild. It's wild
Last time I
sometimes.
took her, there's like this crazy old lady came over and like asked me for a cigarette and shit. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, there's certain areas of this town too that I really just stay away from. Just like if I'm going to, I just don't want to be bothered with it. I had one guy come multiple times that people just come knock on the window. Can I change? I was like, you know, like I'd help you if you weren't wearing like fucking Tommy Hilfiger jeans, bro. Like, come on, man.
Do you think these people would? So I'm in a cop car. It's still got a spotlight and shit. You would think that they. I mean, I look so unfucking. But maybe I could be some kind of a fucking. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But
Yeah.
they'd still come up and talk to me. It's like if I was a fucking meth head, I would think like, well, that's a white police car and shit. That guy doesn't look like a cop, but I'm not going near that fucking thing. But meth heads just come right up to me.
Hey man, they love you. They love themselves some gym.
Yeah, the only people in the, not even people, the only things in this world I give handouts to are fucking the squirrels in my yard.
Yeah, the squirrels, they're nice people.
What's that?
I said they're nice people. I'm reading Eve 11. A customer punched a homeless guy at his work last night. True ghetto. Eve 11. I need to know more about this.
That depends. I mean, there's a lot of shit, you know. You ever see that video of that homeless guy? He's probably on like meth or something, and he's like fucking himself in the ass with the handlebar of a bicycle.
What?
Got a bicycle.
He's got a bicycle up his ass.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what he's doing. He's putting shit in his ass, and this woman is like, "What the fuck are you doing?" You know.
He's just looking at her, just staring at her, just locking eyes, just visualizing her in his ass.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yes.
were there any things from AEW Dynamite that you feel are topics we should discuss? Did anything happen?
I really enjoyed the promos. I thought Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page's promo was spot on. The Pinnacle did a good job, but more importantly, I actually really enjoyed the Inner Circle with their forklift. I thought that was fun. Yeah.
Hated it.
Did you? I liked it.
Hated it. Hated it. It's like 1999 fucking WWF bullshit.
I liked it.
And I don't like that stuff. I don't like these just fucking rehashes of things that we've seen before over and over again. Like they come out and smash their car up. It's literally 1998, 1999. All the
No.
shit that they do. The spraying shit into the ring, you know, the bubbly shit into the ring. It's just like you're not even that band to be playing those greatest hits. You know what I'm saying? Like you go see a band and they're like playing fucking the hits of other bands. Like, why don't you don't have any songs? I mean, they're like I wouldn't say they're a cover band. That's going a little far, but that's just a rehash. Like, how many times? Like, I could name 5 segments like we saw just like that.
I agree. I agree. But I don't know. I did enjoy it. Maybe it was a Santana spray painting Alberto on the side of the limo. I don't know. To me,
Okay. Okay, well, that is fucking that. I forgot that is dope. as fuck.
but like, what I like about it is, sure, this is, you can call it a rehash of something that's been done before, but you know what? All of wrestling is a rehash. If you look at any wrestling angle that's done today, you can find one that's just like it in the past. But with that being said, I find this group of people doing this has a certain level of charm to it that to me it's enough to make it feel like it's better. Just the way that the guys interact with the camera, or just, you know, their characters in general, like just Santana hitting a fucking windshield or whatever, looking at the camera, giving a shit-eating grin while he's shaking the spray can before he does it. It's just the whole thing's building up to it. I thought it's very, very comical and charming, I guess is maybe the wrong word that I'm using, but hey, fuck it. Add that to the bingo list, right? Add that to the bingo list.
Yeah, I mean, I can see like both of our points on that.
Yeah, no, I understand yours too, because like only so many
it.
times can you watch the same thing and just feel insulted by it. You know what I mean? That's why we're nice people. We'll listen to your opinion. But Jim has disappeared, obviously. He is nowhere to be found. But yeah, no,
Jim is here.
Jim is here. Jiminy, how are you, Jiminy?
My shit's still not great, but
it's better.
We'll keep going.
It's better. But yeah, do you have
I'd
anything
bring up
WWE?
anything AEW?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. So Cody comes out next week. He's tagging up with Brock Anderson. He brings out Brock Anderson. He's wearing a peach polo shirt, tucked into khaki shorts with a belt and slip-on shoes. Now, I guess it's like exactly, I don't know if it's exactly what Arn was wearing, but it was very similar to what Arn wore.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometime in the past for some, again, dude. I mean, whatever. And I don't care, man.
No,
that
I
looked
don't either.
dumb then too. Somebody shouldn't have let him go out there looking like that then either. But like, he's dead for me. He looks fucking ridiculous. He looks like he's going golfing, or he looks like you're at a coffee and cars, and he like gets out of a fucking Corvette.
He looks like he's got the beer pong record in his local sorority. That's what he looks like.
It just sucks, dude.
Yeah, and I didn't like it either.
Tucked into the fucking shorts, like. I'm not saying you got to dress this guy up, but like put him in something that looks fucking cool. How old is he? You know, look, he's like fucking Arn's brother.
Yeah, he came out of the womb looking 40 years old.
Yeah.
I thought it was like, as he's walking to the ring, I was like, that's way too much leg to be shown by a man casually. And you know what I mean? Like, those shorts are way too high. I always find it odd to see somebody wearing shoes without socks. I find it weird looking. But then when they start standing there and they're cutting this promo, and you look at Arn, and then you look at Brock, and it's just like they both have the exact same stance. They're doing the exact same. It's like somebody took us to a time machine and brought young Arn to meet old Arn, and now they're going to be a tag team. And it's just so odd looking. And I don't know what to expect from this dude. And I didn't like the pause after Brock. You know what I mean? When they announced him?
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
Yeah.
It's like you baited us for Brock Lesnar.
Okay. Well, I mean, his name's Brock. I don't know what you want.
I don't know. I just find the pause. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
And QT Marshall is a babyface to me. He's all the shit he's saying is exactly how I feel about Cody and about the whole situation. So I don't know. QT Marshall is a babyface to me.
Yeah, as soon as I see that.
Is Brock gonna come out and have a bunch of fucking fireworks and shit? Because that is Cody's is like he is so funny that he did the whole smashing of the Triple H chair thing because he's just him, and Brandy's just as I've called it before. Brandy's just Stephanie, man. It's really what it is.
As soon as you drape an American flag over somebody, it's like, yeah, no, I'm not, don't care. Don't give a shit. But yeah. Other notes that I'll touch on AEW would be I did enjoy the Nyla Rose Layla Hirsch match. I thought it was a fun match. Yeah, Layla Hirsch is a little spitfire. She comes off credible, and despite her size difference from Nyla, I thought that it worked out well. Honestly, I thought that it was believable, and the match was not insulting me in any way. It was a fine women's match, and it's a step forward into changing the narrative that the AEW women's division is the dirt worst, because you're starting to see these rise of these middle of the run characters, and they're starting to show just more prevalence on the show, and I like it. And where this is a Friday show, they gave two of their lesser known or lesser featured workers on Dynamite, and just let it show that they are getting better. So yeah, it was good. It was good. And I'm pretty sure Jim has disappeared. But hey, it is what it is. That's what you're getting today. You ain't getting anything more. So yeah. Anybody else in the chat have anything about AEW before I digress and start looking for Jim to see where that motherfucker has gone? But yeah. What else? The main event, I suppose we could chat about the main event. Adam Page and 10 taking on Will Hobbs and Brian Cage, and this is obviously, in my opinion, more of a vehicle to separate Cage from Team Taz than it was to really elevate anybody, even though you are kind of elevating 10 at the same time, because 10 does look good. He's got a great body. The things he does in the ring come off well. I don't know if how much he's being carried, or if you threw him in the wolves with somebody that's less experienced, if it would fall apart. But what I'm seeing right now, especially tagging with Adam Page, is this guy probably does have a future in wrestling, and he can prosper if given the right path. And Will Hobbs as well is just a fantastic heel compared to babyface. It's night and day difference. But the fact that you had the play with the title again, the FTW title, where Ricky Starks wants him to use it, Cage won't use it, and this leads to Ricky Starks actually laying his hands on him. And I thought that it was really good to really sell that. Hopefully, how long can you prolong this out if it's escalating to this point at this point in time? I'd assume that they would hold off until Ricky Starks can come back and they can have this match, because it wouldn't really make any sense. But if they just had him leave and he doesn't fight Ricky Starks, because Ricky Starks really is the catalyst to it all. But yeah, it's just odd that they're going this fast. What's that?
Suplex City Limits with Tyler Fudge.
Yeah. I managed to keep on fucking going, man. Talked about That's bunch of key points. And, we just finished, I don't know why I said we. I just finished talking about the main event and how it's odd that, I assume that this culminates in a Cage Starks match, but where Starks is injured now, I feel like they're going a little too fast to the timeline that Starks will come back, because, Starks is already laying his hands on Cage. And it's Cage chases him to the back. It's when's Cage going to fucking plow him? I don't mean asshole plow, but just plow him in the face.
It's geez, when's he going to plow him?
Just waiting for the plow.
Mr. Plow. There you go. Yeah, I'm just good to, I didn't have much else on that show. I thought it was a pretty fucking boring show.
Yeah. I think,
Not a
It is
boring
what it
show, but
is.
like very average. It didn't have a lot of like, oh shit, we got there's a big thing that happened. It's just,
Yeah, it's all really building towards that Saturday show. They're trying to make that Saturday show a little bit bigger and beefier. So there you go. Evil Evan got his offensive voice square. That's too funny. But yeah, Jimmy, you still there?
moving on.
Yes.
Fighting through it, dude. Fighting through it. I guess from here, what's going on in the Federation?
What is going on in the Federation? On Monday, we will have TNA Bound for Glory 2006, which is Jarrett and Sting, moderated by Kurt Angle. Monsters Ball match, another hardcore match, a battle royal that turns into a singles match. It's an okay show of TNA. I think the podcast is better though.
Yeah. That's how it goes. The shittier the show, the fucking better the episodes are usually.
Yeah. And then our next episode coming up after that is a double feature of Japanese death matches, where we'll be building up to the FMWE debut that Onita has. So yeah, look forward to that. How about on the SCL side of things, Jim? He's gone again. What the fuck? Anyways, guys, I'm going to go to an intermission because we got to get this straightened out. So
Intermission.
Well, Jesus Christ, you've disappeared on me 6 times in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know. There's no way to fix it, so there's nothing I can do.
No. We're going to have to figure it out. We can't keep going forward week after week with this. This is fucking crazy.
Oh no! It just started happening this week, pretty much.
But yeah, okay. Well, what else are we going to dive into? What's going on the SCL side of things?
Fuckery bullshit. No, I don't know. OGMC, we've got an episode in the can. It's been in the can for a while. It's going to expire pretty soon.
It's like milk.
Yeah. We talk about news from like fucking 2 weeks ago. No, Bobby's working on finishing that. We're recording another one tomorrow. So what if doing the fucking can?
What's he doing? The processing all by himself?
Expect those soon.
What is he processing the audio files by hand?
Not that right.
So yeah, as you can tell by the motherfuck on Jim's voice, it crashed again. Yep. So there you go. Yeah, I guess the next step would be going to the news, but there's no point to going to the news if I don't know where Jim is. So I'm just gonna fucking hang out. I'm just gonna talk about random shit. I'm gonna smoke my weed. I'm not even. This is gonna turn into Tyler doesn't give a fuck corner because you're gonna listen to me. This is the true wake and bake essence of this fucking show here right now. Are you ready for it, guys? I'll give you guys like 10 seconds if you want to join in, and we can do like stereo bakings. That's the stupidest thing I've ever said in my life, just so you know. But yeah, here we go. There you go. No cough either. Good. Oh, it's coming. So yeah, Jim has his thing on mute, so I could tell that he is definitely nowhere to be found right now because he doesn't want us to hear him cursing and swearing at his computer. Because then Evil Evan would have bingo when it comes to it at this point in time, I feel. So yeah, you know, Evil Evan, I need to get your Discord for times like these, and I can just chat with you because you're the one consistent bastard here. But yeah. Oh, I heard something. Oh, he's back. He's back.
I don't know. It's like I'm beyond like getting mad at this point.
You're just feeling lucid.
I'm just feeling like, I don't know. My Discord just keeps fucking freezing, not responding, crashing. I mean, it refuses to do anything.
That's fair.
So, you're still doing the show?
Of course. We're still going.
I love it.
I did a stereo bong hit with anybody that was in the chat. Gave them like 5 seconds to get their weed ready. And then...
Yeah.
yeah. The desperate times. Yeah.
I like that.
Desperate times.
I was trying to fucking, do a plug, and then just like,
It
no,
just died. It's gone.
I don't know where. OGMC, Old Guy Metalcast. We have one in the can. I said that.
Yep.
We got a new one. We're recording again tomorrow. I don't know when the one that we've had in there forever is going to be out, but hey. That's a hobby.
He was in the chat, but I think the technical difficulty scared him away.
God damn it, Bubby.
Dang it, Bobber.
He's got a show to edit. That's why he probably loves it. That's coming out. Check engine light. We're actually recording next week. We've been on a little hiatus just because it's like, dude, we put a lot of work into it. We feel like YouTube is such a wasteland. Like we don't get enough views to even really necessitate it. So it's like we'll just do it when we fucking want to. And if so, when people start watching it at some point and supporting it, then that's fine. But yeah, Check Engine Light on YouTube. Check it out. If you like,
are you saying you're going to cancel Check Engine Light?
No, but we're not like hardcore. We were like, we should do a show every 2 weeks, and we were doing them every 2 weeks. And I think at one point we did like back-to-back week. But it's like, it's just not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
It takes a lot of fucking work to make the YouTube video part of it.
Oh, yeah, you're telling me.
Yeah, right. So it's like, is it even worth it, So we'll just do it when we want to do it, because we like it. It's fun. I would just do it just for fun, but
yeah,
so that's what we're doing.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair.
And They Live for Horror has a new episode out on the channel. I guess maybe it was out last week, but it's the remake of
Dawn of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead. There you go.
Yeah. And
also, seen but not heard on the channel, 5 shows on the Suplex City Limits Podcast Network. 0 paywalls. God damn.
Yep.
Best deal in podcasting. So my shit hasn't been working for a moment, and maybe we should head into the news.
Oh, well, let's do it.
I'm sorry. I gave you no warning. That's what
It's okay. It's okay.
News now.
This week in the news, Triple H tells everybody to stop watching NXT, and Leo Rush does Leo Rush things. Over to you, Jim.
I'm Jim Vicious, and this is news to us. Yeah, man, I don't know where you want to start.
Well,
I suppose you did not pull my clip from last week about Leo Rush.
I should have.
I'm prepared. I was prepared, of course. It's right here. Check this out. On the topic of Leo Rush, from last week's episode, hopefully. Let's see. Oh yeah, here we go.
Do you have it ready to play?
Survive his first tour of Japan. I don't even think he will. I don't know. We'll see. Will he go over? Because I'm saying he'll probably be in the Battle of Super Juniors, as he should. So, is he gonna go for that whole tour without like fucking quitting? We'll see. Because he was on the MTV Challenge, like All-Stars kind of thing, recently, and he was on there, and he fucking quit. He just quit like halfway through the show. He's like, "Oh, fucking my kid, my wife." He quit. Like you're gonna go to fucking Japan, dude, for weeks? Get the fuck out of here. We'll see, dude.
Wasn't he the one who used to take his family on tour with him?
There you go. Fucking called it.
You did. When I seen that news clip like happen, I was the first thing I thought of was like, God damn. Jim's Nostradamus now, not me. Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
And people are like, oh, you were so great, Leo Rush. What the fuck did he do?
Like, Leo Rush is a good worker. Really, he is. But he's never really done anything in the business to make me revere him. You know? To me, his attitude issues kind of stifle it a little bit, in my opinion.
I guess he's going to come back and finish up some dates for New Japan. I'm sure here in the U.S. only.
Well, like he's
And
injured
he's
right now, right? He can't. He just had shoulder surgery, I think. I'm pretty sure. And so, like, when he's rehabbed, he got to do his Japan dates or like his New Japan dates, whether it be in the States or Japan. I don't know. So there's that. But I mean, to me, Leo Rush, he did show that he has a lot of good mic skills. When he was in WWE with Bobby Lashley, he outshone what anybody expected of him there in that aspect. But I don't think he's ever shown the full package at any point in time in his career. I really don't. Part of me feels that he didn't get the reaction that he wanted at Double or Nothing, and said, you know what, fuck it, I'm done. That's my thoughts, in all honesty. But I digress. Maybe I am wrong. Jim has disappeared again. This show should be titled SCL Suplex City Limits featuring Jim Vicious. In other news, they came out. I believe it was Nick Aldis that came out to let everybody know how Josephus died, and it was apparently congenital heart failure, which is always a shitty thing. It's nobody wants to see somebody die that young in wrestling, and especially when it's not from nefarious means. It's just something really couldn't be helped. But you know, it is what it is, I guess. You know, nothing you can do now.
Can't stop me, motherfucker.
What the fuck are you doing?
I'm on I've launched Discord on my phone, and I'm using a fucking different like a headset microphone.
It is definitely, I could definitely tell a difference in your voice. But I mean, it is what it is. At least this might work better.
It's not going to crash on my phone all the time, I assure you.
No, that's okay. Well,
I assure you.
That's one way we can go about this. I just gotta get your levels steady because you're a little louder there. So, Jim, I breezed through the Leo Rush bit. Don't know if there's anything else you want to add to that.
I was so happy that it finished playing the thing before it cut off.
What do you mean?
Well, I got to finish by playing my clip from last week.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's good timing. Actually, really good timing. But yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah.
In other news, I don't know. There's going to be an all-women's NWA pay-per-view.
Yes. Mickey James is producing it, and that's just, you know, the way it is. To me, it doesn't mean anything. We've had
being in it, dude. Why wouldn't you be in it?
Well, she might be in it for all we know.
I heard she's not. She's just producing.
Oh,
so why though? You're the biggest name of all of them. Why wouldn't you be in it? You fucking weirdo.
Well, like I don't know if it's going to be just the NW. I'd assume there's going to be some AEW women there. I'd assume that it's going to be a collective, but to me, like outside of the WWE, there's been a lot of women's only shows. You know what I mean? Maybe not some of a grander scale, you know, but you've had like Shimmer and Shine and those places that showcase women's wrestling and only women's wrestling all the time. In Japan, you've got all these Japanese companies that there's so many of them. And now it's like, okay, WWE did the women's only show. It's not because they want to force women down and keep women in kitchens that they don't do another one. It's because it did horrible
It's the worst.
yeah, it did horrible in buys.
It's the literal worst.
Yeah, so like they don't want to do that. You're a business, you're in it to make money, and if something fails, you don't do it anymore. And then, guys, I don't know if this is 100% true, but it's crazy to think about if it is. But I heard of one report of the NWA pay-per-view buys that they did on their last show when Shadows Fall, and boy, is what under 500. Like, come on.
Oh, I don't doubt it, dude.
Like,
Yeah. What's the fucking point?
Really though, what is the point?
But this is just Mickey James had that. She had that idea when she left WWE. She was talking about it. Like, oh, I'd pitch this, and it's like, it's nonsense, dude. It's nonsense. An all women's show, you put a WWE all women's show on USA Network on, I don't give a fuck, pick a night. It's doing lower than NXT because it's all talk. It's a small group of people who are like, oh, we want this all women's thing, and it's not. No one's gonna watch it, dude.
Yeah.
No one watched Evolution. You know, the worst fucking one they've ever done. It's just not a thing. But she's gonna get, she's gonna get Billy Corgan to go along with it, and they'll do it under the NWA banner because her husband's the fucking champion there and shit. It's like, whatever, man.
Yeah.
I'm not shitting on it beyond that though.
No.
That's the reality of it.
Like, if they get the right women involved, could it be a very entertaining show? You're goddamn right it can be. But like, I want to see the right women involved. Like, okay? Like, don't give me a women's fucking pay-per-view and then give me Melina. Right? Like, no. Get that shit out of my face. I don't want to see Taryn Terrell. And at this point in time, I've eliminated 2 of maybe like the 6 women that NWA has.
Well, you're gonna see, I'm sure, that other her fucking Angelina Love or something.
Even though she's
right?
an ROH,
She
but yeah,
I bet she'll be there.
it's possible.
That's her friend and shit.
Velvet Sky, probably. But
Yeah.
I want to see. Give me like, Alley Cat, or Alley Catch as she is known as now, I guess. I want to see the up and coming women that aren't being highlighted on TV. I don't want to see the rehashes from WWE like Taryn Terrell and Melina. A and B, they don't fucking work well. They're not good workers, and they're just not good characters, in my opinion. But
Speaking of, Kylie Ray signs with NWA. What's that? She's quit already. Oh.
I don't know why anybody
Never
ever
mind.
even tries with her anymore. Like, I know that, obviously there's something bothering her, and hopefully she can get a fix, but at some point in time, companies need to stop trying with her, because it's not even worth the time. When I hear about Kylie Ray and working for a company, I don't even listen. I don't even read it. I don't care, because I know that in time she's just going to be gone again.
I do like her.
I
I've
do
always
too.
liked her. And I still do, but I mean, if like I'm not going to make a joke about it. Come on. She quits everywhere she goes. She could be in AEW as like a top television star right now. Like,
Yeah. And I think she would have been. Because like she was good.
Yeah. Yeah. Who
Yeah.
knows? I don't know. What else we got?
Let's see here. Well,
NWA is wise. Oh, sorry. WWE turned down buying the NWA.
Yeah. That was. I mean, like, why would you buy it?
They thought it was so worthless that they didn't even just buy it to just take it off the market. I would have bought it. I mean, if you're them, why wouldn't you buy it?
Just.
Like, to have the name, to have the. I mean, I don't know what's all attached to it.
I don't think there's much of a. I don't know how much of the video library is his. Because like a lot of the stuff is on the WWE network already, anyways. Like a lot of the stuff in the 80s.
it literally is a name. That's it. Like I'm looking at it. It was literally when he bought it. It was just a name. It's just NWA for use in wrestling. Well,
So like, much the same as TNA, and how they use the NWA moniker.
yeah,
For-
I'm sure.
Yeah.
God, going hard over there.
Yeah, boy.
This guy ever since switched it over to bongs. This is
Just fucking.
getting fucking crazy big.
Oh,
man.
dude, yeah, just losing my shit. Well, like, see, what facilitated that was I installed an AC in the room where I record, and therefore I don't have a window that opens anymore. Can't smoke joints in a room with no windows, man.
Gotcha. But
Yeah.
bongs are okay.
Yeah, because it's less smoke. It's less smoke.
Yeah. I got a new air conditioner this week. Mine took a shit, and I spent a whole evening and night roasting my fucking balls off.
Oof. Oof.
But then
That
they came
sucks.
and put a new one in, and it's like actually new, and it has a remote and shit. It's tremendous.
There you go.
So
Uh,
anyway,
Yeah. So, why would the WWE want to buy the NWA? Beyond me. But the WWE did a conference call where they were asked if they would lend talent to the NWA's women's show. And it's like, first, why? Why would they? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
it's a stupid question. But the other points that he would make on that show was that, or on that conference call, was literally telling fans that if you don't like NXT, just stop watching it. I don't know why you're trying to see where, because like everything he said is just so contradictory of why anybody would watch wrestling. And it's like, like, dude, you're telling people to not like try and dissect your show. It's like you watch any kind of media that tells a story and you're trying to see where it's going. That's the point. That's the whole aspect of it. It's like, why would you watch something just to be mindlessly drooling? It's stupid.
And that director, was his name Yu Bull? The guy who like challenged critics who gave his movie bad reviews to a boxing match?
I can't remember his name, but I heard about that, yeah. It's like, man, can't take any
I want to
criticism.
just keep doing this show like this because like I've just rolled out to my kitchen and I'm inside of my fridge getting a drink right now, rolling back. I don't have to roll back anywhere. I can fucking do this shit anywhere, bruh.
Just go take a shit. Fucking hell.
Damn.
You just sound like you're kind of coming from a tin can. That's the downfall.
Yeah. Well, I'm not serious. I mean, I have this fucking spent a bunch of money on a expensive podcast setup over here.
Just to use my
Just need to
Xbox set.
Using my Xbox headset on my phone.
It's too funny.
Crack a beer.
Swing for the working man.
You have other news? There really was not a ton of news this week, was there?
Let me see here. Just let me check here real fast.
Well, our girl Tammy Sitch got released from prison this week.
That she did. She's
If you guys want to start a pool on how long until she gets back in,
I'm
that'd be
saying
fun.
6 weeks.
5. Well, maybe we'll do it in the group. Like, whatever. Get some money together.
Maybe we can gamble on Facebook with Tammy Stitch as the constituent. I think I used the wrong
She was
word.
just paroled last February after serving a year in jail for a string of DUI convictions. Her parole was then revoked after she was arrested again in July. 2 counts of violating a domestic restraining order, driving with a suspended license, evading a police officer. Yeah.
It's good shit.
So I don't know if
shit.
she's firing back up her OnlyFans or, what she's going to do.
I'm sure
Maybe
that's
somebody
what she'll
could get
do.
her have a porn with her and maybe one of these WWE guys who got fired,
Braun.
Braun Strowman.
You want to get these hands? Yeah, I want to get those hands. Because
Standing 69, that fucking fat old drug addict broad.
her dirty ass feet. Jesus Christ.
I can't believe on this show that we actually interviewed that dude who fucked her in the porno.
I wish I was your co-host at that point in time. I really do.
His people contacted us and were like, hey, you know that he wants to be on your show. I'm like, whatever. They were just going around. He did some other wrestling shows too, and I'm like, oh, whatever. This is great. I'll talk to this guy. And then he came on, and he was like super fucking smart and super put together, and like had all these like literally profound things that he was talking about. And I was like, what the fuck?
I wanted debauchery, motherfucker.
No, I just thought it was like totally, you can't judge a book by its cover.
That's true.
Like,
That's very true. That's very true.
Yeah. Plus, if you want to get Braun Strowman for a porno, reports are you'd have to have 5 figures.
It's fucking wild. He is. I've heard, and it's not even like $10,000. We're talking like $20,000 to $25,000 for a 3-hour appearance. Like,
yeah, reportedly signed a deal with them in
Jesus.
2019 that was worth over $1 million a year. That would have lasted until 2023. I know he has like a car, like a tuning shop or performance shop, and he seems to be pretty into that. I think he owns part of it or something like that. So it's like, dude, if I've made it, I don't know how much money the guy's got. If I got a couple $1,000,000 and I've got this successful business where I'm making some money every month, I don't give a fuck about wrestling,
Yeah. No, that's true.
I just do that, build crazy cars, and kind of do whatever the fuck you want. And,
Dude,
I don't know.
you have a dude of that size. Like, he's got a car shop. If he starts making crazy cars, Discovery Channel's coming for him. You know what I mean?
They just because like the other day they were talking. I saw he posted like, oh, we just ordered a bunch of Spoon motors and shit. And I was like, that's good. Spoon is like these super high performance Honda motors.
Okay.
From Japan and shit. So I don't know. So they do crazy shit. I saw some Mustangs that they do. Maybe he'll do some of his cars on check engine light.
There you go. Wrestling crossover event.
Every once in a while it
wrestling
happens.
cars.
Yeah. Aleister Black came up on the OGMC because he had that cool black metal shirt.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Crossover!
Crossing streams.
I love how, like, Crossfire. I love just, like, there was so much bullshit and all this that, like, just everybody left. Almost everybody left and just, like, fuck these guys.
Where'd everybody go?
Yeah. So, whatever. I assume he doesn't want to do it, so. But then just say you don't want to do it. Like, don't do the crazy price thing. No one's going to pay you that. Like, where are you going to bring in him for that kind of money? Like, where are you going to sell enough tickets? Nowhere.
No.
Literally nowhere.
No, that's true. Very true.
But there's talk that they want to bring some of these people back. Like Aleister Black, there's legit talk that they've realized, like, oh shit, we should bring this guy back for maybe for less money too. I don't know, but a lot of people seem to think people would do that. I wouldn't get fired from that place and then everybody in the fucking world knows I came back for less money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd feel like such a fucking clown, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I thought that a lot of this was that. Because like in no rhyme or reason should Braun Strowman ever be making $1 million. You know what I mean? It's in the wrestling business. He's A, not a good wrestler. B, he couldn't cut a promo, and C, nobody bought tickets to go see Braun Strowman at WrestleMania. Nobody. So like, why would you get
They
$1 million
could have
a year?
though. They fucked it up.
No, of course.
He was super popular. And when he was his most popular, they tanked it. They tanked that shit. So they're crazy. Why are you paying this guy? I mean, if you're going to pay him that, you had him right there. Just pull the trigger on him. But they didn't. They're fucking idiots, man.
Yeah.
God, these people are stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid. Because we didn't even watch WWE. But we would see it and be like, this is now. It's the time. This guy's ready to go. They don't even see, or maybe they don't care, when a guy is ready to fucking blow. They'll just
Yeah, that's true.
fuckers.
Yeah, it sucks. That's why you don't. That's why I don't watch WWE. Why would I watch something where you're never going to get the payoff that you want, or it's everything's so insulting to you.
In other news, I bought this fucking lamp for my desk because I like to do this show in the dark, even though I could just open the blinds and there'd be sunlight. I like to do it in the fucking dark. So I got this lamp for my desk where it's like a Philips Hue. You control it with your phone. You can pick literally any color imaginable, like any color under the sun. You have the full color wheel, and you can pick any fucking color you want.
What color are you basking in right now?
Right now, I am in green, but I was in purple for a while earlier.
Can you set it as like a rolling thing?
Probably. But it's got all kinds of shit. It's fucking cool. It's $80 for this little like lamp thing. It's more like an accent too. You kind of point it at a wall, and it illuminates, chunk of the wall.
Yeah, I got you.
But I love it. I think it's cool as shit.
Jim's falling in love.
Anyway, I was just fucking with it and made me think of that. I thought that was weird. Tommy Dreamer this week mentioned that WWE told him that Fred Rosser looked too much like John Cena.
What?
He recalled pushing WWE to sign Fred Rosser only to be told he looked too much like John Cena. I don't know.
That's fucking weird.
On the House of Hardcore podcast, he said, quote, "I tried to get Rosser hired forever. He was one of those guys that was always on the bubble." And anyway, one time they told me he looked too much like John Cena. I was like, he's black. How can he look like John Cena? In the face and the body, he was told. Corey Graves looked too much like CM Punk. Yeah, well, there you go.
I can see that, because when I seen Corey Graves, that's who I thought of was CM Punk.
They said, change your hair. He shaved his head, and then he looked too much like Randy Orton. These fucking people are insane.
Was that the exact quote from Tommy Dreamer?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
Fred Rosser looks too much like John Cena. It's fucking literally black.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like, he had like this well manicured afro too, and it's like,
yeah,
primetime players were so over for a small second. Like, god damn.
Hey, if you were watching, like, I haven't watched WWE in years, but if they randomly just had like a primetime players fucking thing, I would like that, because I like that tag team.
I did too. Yeah, I did too. They haven't done anything with Titus since.
Well, they shouldn't. I mean, he just does like, I don't know why he's always out doing all the philanthropy and stuff. I guess he's into that, but it's also kind of fucking weird. Did his mom have him when she was like fucking like 11 years old or something?
I don't know.
I don't know why I think that's funny, but I think that's true.
I really don't know.
It's really not funny. Yeah, his mom had him when she was super, super young. Yeah. Maybe not 11, but I remember seeing the number and it being alarming. So maybe I should check.
That is a wild age to have a child.
Yeah. You think?
You think?
Well, Jake the Snake's mom was what, like 13?
Oh, yeah. That's that fucking dark side of the ring. God damn.
She was a mother at the age of 11.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking crazy, dude. Whatever happened to that guy? They fucking dragging behind horses or something? What the fuck?
That's hopefully, like I sure fucking hope so. But I mean, it's like brings me down. Chip, enough about this fucking topic.
I thought this update on AOP, the Authors of Pain, and I guess they're both just working like normal jobs.
And now they have also come out and said that's false. I don't know what to believe, to be completely honest with you. But they haven't
really?
seen
Someone
it.
had said a promoter reached out and they said that they were retired.
Yeah, it's I read that too, and then I think it was like 2 days later.
Here you go.
They announced that no, it's false. But you know what? We haven't seen them in anything, right? So
Yeah,
it's like Schrodinger's cat.
It's
It's neither dead or alive.
remember how green as fuck those guys were, and then they got pretty fucking good in NXT. Like great matches with if they had a great team to work with, they could have great matches. And the look and everything, and they go to the main roster, and
yeah, done. Dunzo, done like
Just-
dinner.
I could spend the next hour going, and then just naming different things, everything.
Yeah.
Everything. Yeah. Pretty terrible.
Yeah, it is.
So in AOP, we're gonna see them show up somewhere.
Maybe
You
not.
think Japan? You think Japan would sign them? But I guess they were saying it sounded like they weren't interested. I don't know.
I mean, they don't seem like the kind of guys that are just like all in on wrestling. Period.
Yeah.
So like for them, Japan probably doesn't seem like a viable option because, well, they probably never watched Japanese wrestling unless Paul Ellering made them watch. That's all. I just don't expect them to ever go.
What else we got? Oh, I saw Jim Ross this week. He talked about how Vince McMahon doesn't watch non-WWE wrestling shows. That was not really news, but I mean, we all kind of knew that. But that's fucking funny and crazy also.
Yeah, the dude has no idea what wrestling is these days. Because he hasn't watched anything outside of WWE for probably 20 years.
Does he watch stuff? Like he might watch movies, but I don't think he watches television and shit.
I don't even think he watches movies. Because we've all heard the story of Freddie Prinze Jr. He was watching stand-up on the WWE plane while they're going to a show, and Vince came up to him and said, "Pal, what are you watching?" And he said, "I'm watching the stand-up." "Why are you watching that?" And we got so much stuff. You should be watching WWE. That's because that's all that dude watches is it's the stuff they make.
Is it just me, or he didn't even understand what it was?
Oh,
The
very
stand-up.
possible. Very possible.
Yeah,
To
he
him-
did. I kind of took it that way when I remember hearing about it. Like he may not have even understood what stand-up comedy as a thing was.
I mean, when you look at the comedy they do in WWE, it's very what's it? Harry Mo. What are they called? Three Stooges. Yeah, it's very Three Stooges
Jesus
esque.
Christ. Three Stooges are tremendous. I'm a big fucking nerd for that actually.
Yeah, but
Wouldn't
that's
expect it, but I am.
it's old school comedy. You know what I mean? It's very driven in propping and gags. You know what I mean? Just like whatever, and that's how the WWE does comedy. And like you have to be very, very good to pull that comedy off. And the Three Stooges were very good at it. Unfortunately, just your wrestler that's coming up training to be a wrestler, not a comedy, like he's not training in like what are those the groups that just go and do it off the cuff. Anyways, doesn't matter. Improv, yeah. It's not like they're that's what he's been training for. They're not gonna be able to do that comedy, but that's the only comedy Vince knows.
Mm. But yeah, I guess. And the only other thing I wanted to kind of talk about was the Nick Gage and Matt Cardona thing, which they
Yeah.
kind of built up on Twitter, and then Cardona shows up at the end of a GCW show under a cloak and shit, doing the Moxley moves. Everybody thought it was Moxley.
Yeah.
And then, unmasked after. He even did the fucking, Moxley's move on him and shit. Paradigm shift.
Yeah.
And I think it's awesome. Like, Gage got thrown out of a fucking figures podcast thing they just had yesterday
Yeah.
in front of a big crowd of people. It's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of people in the group. I was like, is this the best story going in pro wrestling right now? And all the responses were like, I don't really like either of these guys, so I don't give a fuck, And I get that. But
Yeah.
it still is. I'm not like, oh, Nick Gage is awesome. I respect what the dude's done and everything. But, I'm not big into Matt Cardona or anything either. So, but it's a fucking good story that they've built up. And
It
shit
is.
like this is awesome. it's to me, it's the most interesting thing happening in pro wrestling.
I think you could be right. Just the way they're building it up. They're building it up in a smart, new age way. They're using social media in the way that wrestlers should use social media. You know what I mean? Like, they're not.
And it's like built in, doing it in in the middle of this fucking wrestling figure podcast that has a whole panel, a whole crowd of people there. Fucking genius, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you think Nick Gage is
It's
the dude
Nick
that
Gage,
would
and you
do
never
that.
know, dude.
Right.
Yeah,
Nick.
you never know, dude. Yeah.
I would expect Nick Gage to do that. You know what I mean? I do. And then I'd expect him to find the youngest person in that crowd and make their goddamn day. Because that's what Nick Gage does. You know what I mean? Nick Gage for the kids. You know what I mean? You see it on Twitter, and it's true though. Because like he has a bond with those kids. They love him. And it's just strange to see this dude that went away for robbing a bank. It's just like beloved by everybody that is surrounding him, and it's the dude's. I don't know. He's unpredictable. So like this whole thing works.
That's it. I said to those guys who said that, I'm like, dude, you're not even interested to see if Nick Gage new tracks him, like he did to fucking David Arquette. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's at least that angle.
Yeah. Who knows, man? Who knows? I'm very excited, and they've announced the match. They've announced it for GCW Homecoming.
Yeah, what, July?
I don't know the exact date right now.
27th, maybe.
Is it July 27th?
It might be. But yeah, it's pretty good shit.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
might have
definitely.
it here.
Story of the summer.
Let's see. It's pretty fun, dude.
Yeah,
It's pretty fun.
and just because of how fresh it is, it's right now. It's on my list of feuds of the year right now, just because of just how fresh it feels and just how fun it is.
Yeah, I like it. So, pretty interesting that indie group, I mean, GCW, is pulling off the most interesting story right now.
Yeah.
Over AEW and everybody else.
We'll see how long that lasts with this lawsuit, but
I've seen a lot of different GCW shows, but it's usually like the theme shit. I remember we watched the Backyard one, which I love the idea of doing a backyard show with a bunch of classic backyard guys. Like,
yeah,
God damn it, that pops the fuck out of me, man. So that or Bloodsport or any of these other, like, Spring Break, these other theme shows they do are all really awesome. But who is the core of that roster right now,
the core of that
Like,
roster.
who do they...
The core of that roster is 44-0. Ricky Shane Page, Atticus Cougar. There's a couple more other guys that the names are just
You
blanking
literally
on.
don't know who any of these people are.
They're good. I will say, like, seeing B-Rad Brad really pump just pump them up on Twitter made me go out and see it. And Ricky Shane Page is a good promo. He's a good worker. They all have a look, and they're all just dirt bags.
Everybody?
Well, like everybody in that group, yeah, because they're heels and everything, right? At least when I watched it, they were heels.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm interested, if they're going to they should put good matchups with some of these other talents on that show. Because I'm gonna watch that shit. Like we're gonna cover that on here. So
Of course, and they all obviously to the other parts of their core is Nick Gage, those guys as well, right? Like so.
It's interesting, and plus you still got the Moxley thing, happening. Very very fucking cool.
Yeah, you never know when Moxley might show up at a GCW show.
Exactly. They are coming back to Vegas again, so he's gonna lie to his wife that he's just going out for a fucking pack of cigarettes.
That's fantastic. I really hope that story is like 100% legit.
It's such a him thing to do. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
As a fucking character. But I have no other news. I don't know if we're missing something.
I got nothing major. The only thing that I really wanted to touch on is the announcement of Cella Toys. They have this uncensored collection coming out. That is the 7-inch figures of Bull Nakano, Hayabusa, and Dynamite Kid.
Are you fucking what? No.
Yeah, I'm dead serious, man. I'm dead serious.
That sound cool.
I
thought I retired from. I did retire from this fucking wrestling toy shit. What are they called?
I'm sending you a picture of it now, but it's called what is it? Jesus Christ! It's Cella Toys or something like that.
Those are pretty cool.
Yeah. It's Cella Toys, Chella. The only one they've come out with a look wise of is the Dynamite Kid one.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Does it come with a shotgun?
One can only hope.
I can find a pregnant woman action figure and then some little kid ones, and he can point a fucking loaded gun at them.
Yeah, it comes with syringes.
Yeah. We talk about that while we're at it. Dark Side of the Ring
well.
this week was the Dynamite Kid, and nothing new really. That I guess in there.
No.
I took some notes though.
There you go. I thought overall it was a good episode. You know what I mean?
I guess I was interested. Where's his son? Because he wasn't in there at all.
Yeah, it's odd. He was the one person that didn't show up. Even the one that never ever met him. You know what I mean? Was there.
I was thinking I don't know. I was gonna look it up. I'm if he died, they would have said he died, right?
Yeah. You gotta think so. Part of him.
Yeah. How old is he? Can we teach him to pro wrestle?
I don't think so.
Benoit's son is fucking trying to wrestle as Chris Benoit Jr., crazy motherfucker.
I mean, he's been trying to do that for a while, and it's not a good idea.
Yeah,
really,
he's out of his mind.
Yeah,
I support him wrestling even as his whatever. Using the last name is not a problem for me, but Chris Benoit Jr., bro.
Yeah, because
anyway.
that's very out of touch.
Dynamite Kid had 2 daughters. They are both hot.
I was dancing around whether or not I should say it because I thought the same thing. I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
This show's hosted by people with dicks for dicks.
It's obvious who out of Brett and Dynamite got the better sister.
Oh, I think Dynamite's was hotter.
Oh, definitely.
But, I mean, she was the better one, too, because the one that Brett married will leave you. This one would have fucking... She'd still be with that fucking guy. He'd be, hitting her with fucking spoons and shit, rolling around in his wheelchair, and she'd be like, I'm just loving. She's out of her fucking mind, dude. She's legit delusional in this thing. She's like, maybe this guy's a piece of fucking shit. She's like, I loved him though. She would still be with him. He left her. She didn't even leave him, dude.
Well, no,
he just went back to England.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, but because she told him to.
I don't think so. I didn't take it that way. I took it as he's just fuck off and left, and I don't know. She wanted him to come back, and he didn't. That's what I got.
That is the exact opposite that I got from it, but
But she seemed delusional to me the whole time. She has abused spouse syndrome, you know? Like,
Stockholm syndrome.
yeah.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah, it seems that way. It seems that way. For sure.
She's also saying like he didn't deserve Jacques Rougeau knocking his teeth out.
Bullshit.
Are you fucking mad?
Bullshit.
He's playing like he's sitting there with his back turned, and like fucking Dynamite comes up and gives him like a giant open hand slap and kicks him in the face and shit when he's down. Go fuck yourself, dude.
Yep. Yep. You know, you
I like
deserve
Jacques
whatever
Rougeau.
that
I always have, man. Jacques Rougeau is in my fucking boy stable.
He's a character, man. Like, come on, like, I'm Canadian. Of course I'm going to like the Mountie. You know what I mean? The Mountie was never a bad guy to me. You know, like, sure, he did bad things, but he was the Mountie. He was Canadian. I always liked the Mountie. That's like the Hart Foundation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you take Bret Hart just talking all that shit about Americans. I did not hate Bret Hart. I thought that the Hart Foundation were the best.
Yeah. Dude, the fabulous Rougeau brothers were fucking... That's a great tag team, dude. That shit, if you go back, if you've never seen
They're
it...
good.
You're a
Raymond
newer
and Jacques?
fan, yeah. It's
Rougeau
a fucking...
Yeah.
It's funny as fuck when they did their song and shit and all that, but it's also like the matches are great. Also, that's the era where you could just fucking destroy jobbers, and they're like, thanks. They didn't have Twitter that they could go complain about it, you know?
Yeah, like...
You ever see that shit where they're just like fucking spinal dudes with that crazy ass finisher that they did?
Yeah. No,
What is their finisher again? All I remember is it's like a crazy off the top 2-man thing. What is it?
I wouldn't be able to tell you what it's called. You know, like I believe too, like one set of the really good matches was like you take the Rougeau brothers and like Killer Bees. I think was it the Killer Bees?
Yeah. In what,
Yeah.
AWA or something?
Maybe I don't. Well, like part of me feels like it happened in the WWF too. But I could be wrong. I'm really stoned now. I'm talking about things that happened just as I'm like on the cusp of my birth. So
I was trying to figure out what their finisher is.
tell me what the finisher is.
I don't know. I can't find it. But I remember it. As I remember it, it was just like even more dangerous than the Doomsday device.
Oh,
which was
yeah.
also like a fucking jobber killer.
Really was.
Just go out and just like drop fucking spin dudes over on their heads and shit. Anyway,
I'm also on
what
the
else?
train. I'm also on the train of looking for the finisher.
Yeah, I gave up.
Oh,
I couldn't spell Rougeau; it just would not come up with it.
oh, really? I found
Yeah, I'll let you look it up.
it. Okay, thanks, bro.
What is it like? If you find like a YouTube clip or something, just like to watch it and tell me what it is. Because they
Okay.
would fucking kill dudes.
I'm just, fuck's sake.
I don't know if I have other news really.
I thought we
I
were
don't.
off the news, honestly.
Well, we talked about Darkseid. Have you watched any of this stupid WWE like pickers show or whatever the fuck?
No.
Like Triple
God,
H
no.
and Stephanie in the 45 minutes strictly regimented time they spend together watch American Pickers and love it, so they just like make their own show at the cost of the company that nobody really gives a fuck about, and they make up shit where they go and get stuff from people. It's fucking crazy, dude. It's so bonkers. I haven't watched it. Have you watched any of it?
No, God, no. Why would I do that?
I don't know. I was just trying to burn time while you were trying to figure this out.
Okay, so it is. So what it is Raymond has the dude up like a heart attack stance,
Okay.
and then
It crushes motherfuckers, though, right?
and then Jacques jumps off the top rope in like a leg drop thing, but he's coming up like a high angle. That's how I can describe it. But yes, you could easily break somebody's neck with
There
it.
is. I feel like maybe it was pay-per-view take 2 or somewhere I've seen it where like they fucking destroy a bunch of jobbers. There might even be like a clip video of that on YouTube where it's just the Rougeaus fucking dudes up. I don't know. Anyway, do you have other? The other thing going on really is that NXT is Sunday their pay-per-view, their event.
Yes. NXT Takeover in Your House 2021.
And I was
you
like,
want to call it.
I heard like, oh, it's coming up this weekend, and I was like, well, I don't watch NXT anymore because I think it's fucking boring. But I usually will watch the events, and I was like, cool, that'd be cool. What's on there? And I heard it, and I was like, oh, I ain't give a fuck about any of this.
No, I agree. It's not really a show that I am looking forward to. I really don't even know if there's anything on it that I want to see at all. Definitely not the main event.
Winner takes all 6-man tag team match for the North American Championship and the Tag Team Championship.
Wow.
What?
So, what I assume is they'll say you got Bronson Reed and MSK taking on Santos Escobar and the rest of Legado del Fantasma. So I assume whatever team wins, the tag team gets the tag team titles.
Yeah.
This is a very TNA WCW thing to do.
Yeah. And Bronson Reed or Escobar will get the North American Championship.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Like, why? It's very fucking WCW, TNA. Like, why would you book yourself that way? Why would you intentionally get yourself booked into something like that? That seems nonsensical.
Yeah, it does.
You know?
You're fucking right.
Raquel Gonzalez, versus Ember Moon for the NXT Women's Championship. I don't know. Is that Raquel Gonzalez never did a thing for me when I did see her.
No, I
she looks super green, and I don't know. Maybe she's better now.
Like, she might be better now, but like that's not who I want to see. Like, out of all the women you have on your roster, your NXT roster, Raquel Gonzalez is your main attraction, and she's taking on Xia Li. Why? Like,
Mercedes Martinez, yeah.
Sorry. I seen Evil Evan, and I feel like I just read his thing on air. That's it.
Yeah. No, it's Raquel Gonzalez versus Ember Moon for the championship, and then Mercedes Martinez versus Xia Li.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it doesn't do much. Cameron Grimes versus LA Knight. I saw some clips and some things of the angle they're doing. It's just like, we're both rich dudes, I guess, or
I think Trevor Lee, or whatever the fuck his name is
Top Hat Trevor Lee.
Yeah, he's rich, and Eli Drake, or I don't even know his name.
LA Knight, dude.
Fucking stupid name, man.
It's the stupidest name in pro wrestling.
It's like, it's just I don't know. I just don't care. $1 million title, I don't give a shit about the $1 million title. I'm sorry.
Yeah, for the vacant $1 million championship. And they didn't even fucking bring in Virgil. Get that fuck money, baby. You know?
If that title comes back, the first defense has to be Virgil.
Yeah, whoever wins it has to crush Virgil immediately after. Yeah, I like it. But I think it's also that LA Knight is not rich. He's trying to act like he's rich, or no?
Yeah, he's doing the MJF thing.
Yeah, okay. That was fucking genius, though.
The Kenny Johnson documentary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where MJF, and you see, like, he starts off as this really nice guy, and you just kind of watch the whole thing. You watch the mask start to slip and show the fucking, you know what I'm saying? It's like
true character.
It's really fucking interesting. Dude.
It is. Kenny Johnson does great things. Have you watched the Matt Tremont documentary after?
No, that's that new one he did.
Yeah, excellent.
Well, why is he not? I mean, what does he do? Does he have a job somewhere? Like, how do you have a pro wrestling company and not hire this guy?
I know he should be making stuff for AEW or.
If I'm AEW, like, I'm signing this guy and figuring out something for him to do.
Oh, it'd be so easy though. You know what I mean? Like, this guy goes on the indies and just films them and tells these marvelous stories about indie wrestlers. You know, and God damn. Like, it's so easily done that they can do anything. This guy can any feud that they have can ground it in realism with a documentary of that style, and they should do it. They really should.
They should do it. Speaking of, I forgot to mention it. They had this like little propaganda film about Omega. Is that three-way on that on AEW? I don't know. It said a name of somebody directed by, so I don't know if that's like.
No, it's Michael Nakazawa.
Is it? Oh, that's supposed to be what it is.
Yeah, it's Michael Nakazawa, but it's not. You know what I mean? Like, it's a fake name. It's a ghostwriting name.
Yeah. That's just fucking great.
Yeah.
This is complete propaganda of like what actually happened. Super. It's like a funny idea.
You can also take it as a low key shot at WWE. You know what I mean? Like how WWE warps everything in their own way. I especially liked the blatant chant of "fuck you, Don" on American television. That was just subtitled as "Thank you, Don."
Yeah. Was it really? Did they use the "fuck you" audio?
Well, because that's what they chanted. I assume, unless they just took a "thank you" and edited it with Don. But I just
I heard. I did. No, it sounded like "thank you." Yeah, they changed the audio. Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Even just play "fuck." That would be great if you could get it by the censors. But I guess that Cameron Grimes LA Knight match, that's a ladder match, and then you win the $1 million championship, and then profit.
Then what?
I guess I don't know.
You sell it.
Yeah. Step 1, win $1 million championship. Step 2, Step 3, profit. And for the NXT championship, a fatal 5-way. Go fuck yourself. Why are you doing this, man? Why? They've lost their fucking minds down there, bro.
Yeah. No, they have. I agree. The storytelling has fallen off a fucking cliff. It's a shame because NXT was so good.
Yeah, it's like to get to a 5-way and then willingly take yourself there. Your plan is to end in the 5-way for the championship. That's bonkers, man.
Yeah, it is.
I just don't even understand it. So I'm not going to watch this. I really don't think so.
I really don't think I will either. Unless it happens and like some match was actually, because like I can see the weird clusterfuck of North American title tag team match actually being a really good match. I can see that because MSK is really good. Everybody on the Legado del Fantasma camp is tremendous, and then Bronson Reed is good as well. So
I guess I'll give you that. That one looks pretty good. But the main event, Karrion Kross is. I don't think he's going to lose the belt.
No. Boy, have we changed on that dude since you.
I know people who really liked him and shit, and in Lucha Underground, it was like, but I like him as a dude too. I think he's interesting. I think he's like really positive. His social media is like, but. They think he's the guy, and I don't think their audience thinks he's the guy. I don't think their audience is into him.
I don't think he's ready for that yet. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't know. He's just, when that dude came through the door, they're like, oh yeah, this guy is like, they're just waiting, like anxious, like a little kid, like, because he's the look and all that shit. And
can I play with it now, Dad?
I don't think that's not how it is anymore. They have that mentality, them in WWE a lot of times, but fans do not have that mentality. Fans don't give a shit about a dude who's just huge and ripped. It doesn't do much, I don't think, anymore.
No, I think the business has moved on. I really do. I think the business has evolved away from that. Sure, it's valuable to have a big body and have some of those that are viable workers and characters. But I don't think
But it's not going to get you through anymore. It's not like, it's not like it used to be where, you get these guys who, if you were like 6'5", 6'6", stacked with roids and had like tribal tattoos on your arms, you were going to be like a star on fucking Late Stage Nitro.
Yeah. That's gone. Yeah. There's still room for it, but it's not the front and center of the business anymore. I don't think.
I always think I always think of Chuck Palumbo when I think of like that. I think
Yeah.
of just like a fucking body guy like that, you know, Batista. Because a lot of people are like, well, Batista. I don't give a fuck about that. Batista? Like, I don't care about anything that dude ever did. I don't know.
I wouldn't like myself. I wouldn't really clump him in with the other guys like Chuck Palumbo, Mark Jindrak. He
Well, no,
definitely
because
had
he actually was a star and he actually
yeah.
like did shit. But I mean, he was like another one of those guys who he just like he got hired at that time because of how he looked. You know.
Oh, 100%. Not because of his working abilities. His working abilities never really matured into having great matches all by himself. You put him in there with somebody that can help him along, he can have a great match. Like his match, I believe, with The Undertaker at WrestleMania, I think, is a very good match. But, it's not all of them, not all of them by a long shot. But yeah, no, Mark Jindrak, Sean O'Hare,
Yeah.
Chuck Palumbo. Let me see. What's Luther
A bunch of other
Reigns?
ones.
Luther Reigns.
Mr. Reigns.
You remember Luther Reigns?
Uh, kind of. I know. If I saw it, probably.
Matt Morgan. There's a bunch of them, especially in that era.
Yeah. Oh,
Just-
that's the era of it. Yeah.
where they were just
Yeah, it's
throwing
pretty good.
everything. They got Brock Lesnar, and they're like, okay, let's make another Brock. And they just like, let's get him. And nothing ever materialized out of it.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of character building they've done with him. I don't, watch the show, so. But that's that. That's on Sunday. So probably not. If it was tonight, I would probably watch it, maybe. But check out that opening match. I think that'll be good.
Yeah, me too. That's it.
If it were on tonight, I would actually really probably check it out. But
Yeah, quite possible. Yeah.
kind of into Guacamelee too right now.
Oh, that game, Guacamelee.
Yeah, I know. Never played it. Someone at work was like, "Are these games good?" I'm like, "I played the fucking one of them for 10 minutes and didn't like it." But it was a long time ago, and I looked it up, and I was like, "Actually, that looks pretty interesting." Metroidvania. I love Metroidvania. So I fired it up yesterday. It's the second one because that's the one I seem to have, and I've actually been really enjoying it. This is really fucking good. Plus, you play as a luchador, and it's got sweet ass fucking music and shit. It's great.
That's awesome. I've been playing Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I beat.
Oh yeah.
I beat the other two. I own Tomb Raider, the original, when I first had Xbox, and then second one I played on PlayStation, and this one I'm playing on my Series X. And boy, oh boy, is it much different from playing it on the PS4. But no, it's very fun. I love the story of those games, and it's like a ripoff of Uncharted. I know you've probably never played Uncharted, Jim, being an Xbox loyal customer. I always loved Uncharted games. I've always loved them. They're fantastic games. But this does a good job at recreating that for every console, and it's really good.
Yeah. Good shit. Microsoft's E3 thing is tomorrow. Looking
Is it
forward to
really? Is it really?
that. Yeah.
That's cool.
They better start it. The first fucking thing they say or show or do tomorrow better be a plan so people can actually buy these fucking things. These consoles.
Oh.
Yeah, or they can fuck themselves. Like I don't give a fuck if you don't start off with how I can get this thing that I've been trying to get for a fucking year now. Then go fuck yourself, dude. I don't care about the games and I don't care about anything if I can't fucking buy one.
Yeah.
Why can't you message me as an Xbox Live Gold member and subscriber for literally over a decade? Why can't you message these people and offer them orders on the console from the Microsoft store, directly from Microsoft? Or pick a fucking partner. I don't give a shit. Message all of those people and just say, hey, do you want to buy an Xbox Series X? Yes, I do.
So, like,
I don't
now,
know. These motherfuckers.
is there still a big shortage of it in the States?
Yeah, you can't buy an Xbox Series X anywhere.
That's fair.
Places get them in, and they immediately sell out to fucking bots and assholes, and then they go on eBay for like $700, $800, $900. They cost the Series X. The Series S you can buy. I saw you can buy that one from like Best Buy and ship it. I mean, no offense to anybody who bought one or whatever.
Why
but
would
why
you?
would you get that?
Yeah.
Why would you get this thing that's not actually 4K? It doesn't have. I mean, get the fuck out of here. Can't even
Yeah.
read discs and shit.
It does fake
To save
4K.
$200, like I'll spend the extra 200 and get the real fucking thing. So that's my thing. I'm really pissed off about it because this is somebody who I got an Xbox One at midnight release fucking style. So this one there was no games like there wasn't for the PS5. So I said fuck it. When it first launched, not that you'd have been able to get it anyway because that shit crashed. Remember how that was the whole thing? So to me, it's like, why not just go direct to your people and offer them? You could sell them that.
Yeah, I didn't know that it had still been hard to find just because I've had mine for so long now that I just stopped looking, really.
It's fucked that you're in Canada and you actually somehow got one.
I got one fairly
From the Microsoft store.
Yeah. It's now, mind you, too. Like I did due diligence in trying to get it. I subscribed to email alerts when stock would come in certain places, so that I could at least try to become the first one. And I was at work, and I got the email, and 15 minutes later, I logged in and got one.
Yeah. I should have done that or something. It's like I'm starting to get pissed off about it. There's still no games for it, so it's not that big of a deal. But it's just stupid too.
Yeah, I mean, like there's a fair amount of games. It's just they are on the Xbox One as well.
Am I wrong to think like if you go out and buy things like that just to resell them for more money, that you're a complete piece of shit? Some people would say that's just good business. I would say that's being a cunt.
Like now, let's say if I went to sell my Xbox right now, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to sell it for what I paid for it. I'm gonna try to get more out of it for sure.
No, I have no problem with that. You're selling it a used item for market value. That's fine.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if you go in like these assholes buy all these consoles up with fucking robo shit. And then that's their whole business. They order 300 of them and then resell them for a bunch more. That's bullshit. You can fuck yourself with that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's fair.
Either way, it should be interesting. They're going to announce a bunch of new games and shite like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
My
looking...
computer just like shut off.
Like, what I can say... Jim, do you want me to go to my local Best Buy and pick one up for you? They got them in stock.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Xbox Series X.
Yep. There's one. Yeah.
How?
$5.99.
How much is it?
Well, $5.99 Canadian.
Oh.
So, like, it's probably more
Yeah.
expensive. I don't know what it would be for you.
What it'd be for you to ship it out of Canada to me, though.
That I'm not 100% sure what it would be. Probably would be.
I mean, I actually would consider that if that was an option. I wouldn't bother you to actually do that. Because then you got to go there. You'd have to get it. Well, hey, they'd probably bring it out to your curbside, actually. But
Hey, you let me know if you want it, and I'll try to get it. I'll find out what we have to do to pay for it, and for.
well, I mean, I
ship
can.
and-
I can just pay you fucking whatever.
Well,
it is.
exactly. You do send money, however, doesn't really fucking matter. But yeah, well, anyways.
Well, some bitch.
Some Evil Evan, deliver it in person. Well, sir, there's one horrible problem with that. The borders are closed.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, the border's
cross
closed.
border.
Mrs. Vicious has been trying to go home because she hasn't been able to go home in. I don't know. She went home in 2019 at the end of 2019, and then that was it. Then it locked down still locked down. So I think like next month here she's going. Her mom lives on the U.S. side currently, So she's at least going to go see her mom. Probably can't see anybody on the Canada side. It's just like a total fucking bummer, man.
Well, now, Evil Evan, I think there's, I doubt that your grandmother lived in Canada. That's a different border. It's not the Americans that are stopping the border. It's Canada.
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, we recently had a guy from Texas come up to our work, and he had no issue. Just the company had to write a letter for him. That's it. He was in and out. Didn't have to quarantine, no nothing, just in and out.
Well, for business, I suppose there.
Yeah. It's just crazy
Like
as like the
trucking
vast
shit, right?
differences, right? Like
Was it trucking stuff?
what?
Or I don't know. I don't know what business line you work in.
Oh no. He was just corporate. It's got nothing to do with
Oh,
borders or nothing.
okay.
Like that.
Business. Well, business shit. I mean, business stuff's like that. Yeah. They're like, well, you can go to business, but if you just want to go see your family, because last my lady heard, at least in Ontario, your province could be different too. They were like checking on people. If you came across, you had to quarantine, and the local police would stop by periodically to make sure that you were there and nobody else was there and shit like that.
Yeah, they don't do that here. No.
That's crazy to me. I'm like,
It is now Ontario, because she's from Ontario, right?
yeah.
Ontario has been hit really hard with it, and so is Alberta too. Alberta has been hit tremendously hard by it too, but we're bouncing back now. Like, I think we're at like 69%.
Do you have vaccines yet?
69% have their first or something along those lines. And there's a big, like, something like 50 million doses shipping in at the end of this month. So, like, who knows?
You can have a bunch of ours. We got leftovers.
Yeah. But like, I think that they've outlawed certain ones. Like, I don't think you can get AstraZeneca or whatever the fuck it's called. You can't get that here now. They've taken that and just sent it to the high population areas that have a lot of COVID. Like, I know that all the AstraZeneca or whatever the fuck it's called in Alberta went to I believe Jasper and Fort McMurray because they got hit so hard with it. Because like, I know I got Pfizer.
I don't know which one I got anymore. Yeah, I got the Pfizer one too.
Even though they forgot to check my box what I got though, so I got to check that myself. Hopefully it doesn't cause any issues.
I had no problems, but after the second one, I did take the next day off. I got it on a Thursday, so then I woke up on Friday and I was like, I feel like shit from this. It's crazy. And I just like laid around all day.
Yeah, I know that I got really tired. I know I got really tired when I got my first one, but that's about it.
There you go. Enough of this fucking show. What a fucking shit show, man. Even for us.
Yeah. It was a trying episode, but we got through it.
Holy fuck. Well, there you go. Do we have anything else before we depart?
No, I don't think so. I don't think there's anything else to partake.
Well, there you go. Thank you for hanging out. Evil Evan, especially. I don't know if anyone else is around in here anymore. Hardcore fucking hung out to the end.
Evil Evan's gonna start a GoFundMe for the shipping costs of your Xbox. What a nice guy.
Dude, the shipping costs gotta be fucking bullshit, dude.
I expect it to be roughly like $50 Canadian. I really do. Because like you're looking
it's
at,
actually, I mean,
you're looking at least. Like you want to put. I mean, I wouldn't trust Canada Post with a fucking package without insurance. You know, so it's probably like a buck per 10 for. You're probably looking at like $20 for insurance. And yeah,
I'd do that shit, and then the next day they'd be like, oh yeah, they're gonna be available more now, and instead of paying $500 and getting curbside pickup at Target or something. I'll end up like getting in deep like fucking $650 for shipping and all this.
Yeah.
Wait 2 weeks for it to get here from Canada.
Yeah, could have bought a fucking the fucking game and everything with the extras and bullshit.
We'll see. But that's it. I'm good. Thanks for everyone for hanging out throughout all this madness. And I guess we have a lot of shit to fix for next week. So
Yeah, hopefully. Let's. What I'm going to do as well is have it set up for Skype because I don't even have Skype on this computer. So I'll
just
have
in case, huh?
Yeah, just in case something happens and we want to move to something else. So we'll be prepared, more prepared for that.
There you go. It'll do it. Thank you very much. We'll see you again next week. Until then, you get all the dick and or pussy you desire. Remember, winner is you. Be excellent to each other.
Suplex City Limits. Suplex City Limits. Suplex City Limits. Suplex City Limits.